What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we are going to be talking about the perk system in Black Ops 3, in particular about the Toughness perk and whether or not it's going to be coming back and what that means for the game, because I definitely think they're taking a step in the right direction that hasn't been done in the past couple of years of Call of Duty. So, if you guys don't know, Toughness is not returning to Black Ops 3. Check out this tweet right here. The biggest T says to Vaughn, "Is Toughness coming back? Scavenger, lightweight, etc." I've been asking around. Vaughn replies, "Toughness is out, Scavenger is in, lightweight is not applicable, but that could change. We're in pre-alpha. They're still working on it. But as of right now, the main thing I want to focus on is Toughness is out of Black Ops 3, and that's a pretty big change. Now, Toughness, the idea of Toughness, like the idea of a perk that, makes you flinch less when the enemies are shooting you, hasn't been around in the early Call of Duty games, like COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, stuff like that. They didn't have it. But then, with Black Ops 2, we got Toughness. With Ghosts, we had, what was it called? Focus, I think. And then Advanced Warfare, we have Toughness again. And ever since that perk was introduced to the game, it's been a total crutch perk. Like, everybody has to use that thing, otherwise you're at a disadvantage. It dominated the perk 2 slot in Black Ops 2. Ghosts, it wasn't quite as bad just because the perks were included in the created class system, so you got a lot more, used to kind of like mess around with that. But then in Advanced Warfare, it's dominated that perk 3 slot. In fact, perk 3 is pretty much set. You have to run Toughness and Blast Suppressor at all times in this game. So, it's a great perk, and it's really good to use. But because it's so good, it kind of takes away from the game. It takes away from that customization aspect. It makes you to have to use that over everything else, otherwise you're going to put yourself at a disadvantage, and it's bad to have perks like that. Stopping Power and Juggernaut were bad in that regard in the early games, and now Toughness has been kind of like the worst about that recently. So I'm really glad they're taking it out. I think it's definitely going to be a step in the right direction. I think it's going to kind of open up that perk slot and make it so that you can be a little bit more, custom and have a few more options that you can use. Obviously, there's always going to be one perk that's slightly better than the others, but it's just like Toughness, like literally every gunfight, it's helping you out. And it's like, if you're going up against somebody with Toughness and you don't have it, you're at a major disadvantage. So that perk, I feel like it was way too necessary to run at all times, and I'm glad that they're going to be taking it out. Now, that brings up the question, what's the flinch going to be like in this game? Is it going to be just absolutely out of this world? Where's the flinch going to stand when you get shot by other players? And Tim C, 421, asked Vaughn about this on Twitter. He said, "Is Toughness built in then, or is it completely out?" And Vaughn replies, "If you were asking me how much flinch exists, it's about half the amount between having Toughness and not in Black Ops 2, but that's subject to change." So I think that's a good way to do it. It's not quite not having Toughness, which was kind of crazy, like your aim would go everywhere if you were getting shot at, but it's not like having Toughness where you're almost like a laser gun. It's right smack dab in the middle, and they're going to tune that to be, about where it should be, about where they think it should be. But yeah, I think that's a step in the right direction. I think that's definitely a good thing. Toughness is going to be taken out, and that's going to be one less crutch perk that we're going to have to rely on. I'm not sure, I'm trying to think about other perks that might be 100% necessary in this game. There's nothing that I really saw. There is Dead Silence and Awareness in the game, so we'll have to wait and see how those play out. If Dead Silence is 100% quiet, that might be somewhat of a crutch perk, or if Awareness makes Dead Silence too easy to hear, that might be so much of a crutch perk, but those are kind of hard to not be good perks. Like, obviously sound whoring and having headsets and stuff is a big part of Call of Duty, so that's always going to be a big deal. But at least we know that as of right now, Toughness is out, and it's not going to be one of those perks that you absolutely have to run, which is going to be nice to kind of free up those perk slots and make it a little bit more interesting in terms of class setup. So yeah, there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys later. Let me know what you guys think about Toughness being removed. Do you think that's a good thing, a bad thing? Leave comments down below, and check out these two videos on the screen if you haven't seen them yet. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.